Good evening, everyone. So imagine after using the nifty Decider app to go out and try a restaurant that has a 4 out of 5 Yelp rating review. You get there and you find out that their sanitation grade is a D. Would you still eat there? The inspiration behind Grubbernaut stems from this very dilemma. People should know what to expect before they get to a restaurant. In comes Grubbernaut. Grubbernaut is for the user that wants to know before they go if their food will taste good and be safe to eat, because food poisoning is no fun. This app makes public restaurant information easily accessible in a user-friendly format.
If asked, most people would probably say that they rely on Yelp reviews to guide them when choosing a restaurant. However, Yelp reviews, while helpful, do not tell us about the cleanliness of the restaurant we are interested in visiting. Health inspection score data is available to the public, but most aren't aware of this. Even if folks were, accessing the data is difficult and requires multiple clicks through a large, confusing website. Grubbernaut brings this data together for the user, making it easy to search for a restaurant and access health inspection scores, as well as Yelp ratings with minimal clicks. Grubbernaut's minimal design places emphasis on important information so that comparisons of health inspection scores and Yelp reviews are quick and easy and fun for the user.
Thank you, Megan. We also thought that a browse feature would be useful to the user that did not have a specific restaurant in mind to search, but wanted to see the most recently inspected restaurants. The information is dynamic, so it displays in real-time data as is updated by Wake County. We also included a lowest sanitation scores so that the user would be aware that that could be a possible safety hazard.
So one of our main goals when we were building Grubbernaut was to take data that's out there in a bunch of different places and bring it into one view for the user. So Grubbernaut actually uses 4 different sources to pull data from. Wake County has their restaurants API, they have a restaurants inspections API, and then they have an inspection violations API. And the 4th is Yelp's Fusion API, where we're just grabbing restaurant ratings. So like Megan said, all this data is out there, but not many people know about it, and it's not very easy to use. It takes a bit of effort to find exactly what you're looking for. So we took all this into consideration when we were building Grubbernaut. We wanted to make these health inspection scores really easy to find and kind of present them in a really cool and visually appealing way. So the back end of our application is written in Python with Django, which is a web framework, and it helps do a lot of the easy things like routing our URLs and serving our pages, and even rendering some of the content of those pages. But the bulk of our application is written in JavaScript. So you would see here from our GitHub statistics that nearly half of it is written in JavaScript. And that's because we wanted to go out to these APIs and bring a lot of the data back, and the user wouldn't need to go to different parts of the site, and they wouldn't see any page reloads when they're searching for a restaurant. And it helped us create a pretty seamless and clean user experience. And then once we had that data, we wanted to make sure that it was displayed in a pretty cool way. So in order to do that, we use this library called Chart.js. What Chart.js does is we just feed it some data, and it helps us visualize it. So in our case, we created this cool little line graph of the sanitation score history. And the user can hover over different dates, and they can see the sanitation score at that time. And basically just get an overview of the sanitation scores for a restaurant and how things have fluctuated over time.
We encountered challenges throughout the process of making this app. One of the challenges was getting the right balance of feature-rich design while keeping our information clear and concise. We researched color theory, user interface principles, and implemented feedback from our users. Another challenge we had was the APIs themselves. The Wake County APIs weren't very well documented. We actually reached out to their dev department for some assistance in that. Additionally, we used tools like Postman and Insomnia to kind of figure out how these apps actually worked. And through trial and error, a lot of trial and error, we got them to fire. We were getting our data and it was flowing. And that's what Grubbernaut is all about. It's about making hard to get information that's already publicly available and present it in an easily accessible way so that consumers can have more power in the decisions that they make when they want to go see a restaurant or when they want to go eat at a restaurant. We invite you to come to our booth and explore if you want to grub or not. Thank you.